Please subscribe the channel and don't forget to click the bell icon.
So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Botanica. So in the previous classes we have discussed about the ecology, what are the different branches of the ecology, the aims and scope of the ecology, the applied part of the ecology, and as well as we have discussed about the various objectives of the ecology, research areas of the ecology, and many things more. So now we are turning our attention to the soil. So as far as the soil is concerned in the ecology and for plant, soil is very important as plant gets their mineral, nutrients and water from the soil. So as far as the life of the plant is concerned, it largely depends upon the nature, physical and chemical properties of the soil, the water holding capacity of the soil, and also the composition of the soil, what type of soil is present there where the plant is located or it is present in its habitat. So as far as the soil is concerned, it is the major component of the ecosystem when we are discussing about the plant. So whenever we are discussing about the plant, so it becomes also essential for humans as well in terms of food and other purposes as along with the. So as far as the soil is concerned, it is not only important for plants, it is also important for animals as well, as we are living on the surface that we are living on the lithosphere, that is the soil. So as the soil is concerned, it has various definitions, but here the tagline which we have added, that is the medium for the growth of the plant. So it is in respect of the botany or in respect to the plants. So as the word soil is concerned, it is derived from the Latin word. Its origin is Latin, and that is the solum, that meaning the earthy material in which the plants grow. So as far as its origin is concerned, that is from Latin, that is solum, but and its name was given because of the growing of the plant, that where the plants grow, that is the site. Because rarely there are cases where that on the stone or anything else that the plant is growing. So wherever you will find soil, there will be a plant which will be rooted in that soil. So that's why it was named as solum, from the Latin word, that is the earthy material which supports the growth of plants. So that is the upper layer of earth in which the plants grow. So in the most of the definitions there is a we are discussing plants, or we are discussing soil in regard to or in respect to the plants, or that is a black or dark brown material, typically consisting of a mixture of organic remains, clay and rock particles, and as well as there are also inorganic nutrients or inorganic minerals. So it is the shallow body of the material found on the surface of the land, derived directly or indirectly from weathered mantle rock in association with organic detritus, water, air and living organisms. Our soil is the habitat of microorganisms and burrowing animals. So as far as these 5 definitions are concerned of the soil, these are with respect to different things. For example, a farmer, when we are asking, or when we ask a farmer about the soil, so he will tell that that is the 15 to 18 inch material where he can plow and sow his field and where the plants grow. But when we are talking about the soil in respect to the lithosphere, the composition of the soil, so they will define the soil in other words. When we are discussing the soil in plants, so we are discussing that, or we are defining it, that is a material, or that is the 15 to 18 inch, that layer that supports the root for the plant, roots that support the nourishing of the plant, growth of the plant. So as far as the soil is concerned, the definition of the soil is concerned, it differs from one field to another. So it determines that or the definition will be given, or definition will be written with respect to the field in which we are studying the soil. So for example, for us, that is the upper earthy material which supports the growth of the plant, that where the plants grow their roots and they get their nourishment from the soil. So that is soil. Whenever there is a material which is supporting a plant, that will be a soil. So these are all the rock particles which are by the process of weathering materials. So weathering, either that is physical, chemical, or biological weathering. By the process of these weathering processes, the soil will be formed and plant will get their nourishment. So soil is the weathered surface of the earth crust which is mixed with organic material and in which microorganisms live and plants grow. So for us, if we define it in a two lines, so soil is the weathered surface of the earth. Why we are talking about the weathered surface? Weathered surface is that it has transformed from the parent material or parent rock. Whenever there is a parent rock, it undergoes a various physical, chemical and biological weathering, and after these all the steps, after undergoing these steps, it will be converted to a earth crust. It will be converted to a earth crust which will be mixed with the organic as well as in the inorganic material, along with the fauna and flora, and these all components, when they combine, when they join, they will make a material which we can call that is the soil, and it will, or it should support the plants for the growth. So for us, that is the weathered material which is extracted or which is transformed from the parental rock, and it is formed the earth crust, and it is mixed with the organic and inorganic nutrient, and there is the microorganism, fauna and flora which will make it suitable for the plant growth. The study, as far as the study of the soil is concerned, it is known as the soil sciences or pedology. As we have written here, that is the soil science or pedology and edaphology, but there is a difference between these two with respect to their so these are not one or the same thing. That pedology and edaphology, these are two different things. So they are as you can see, that the pedology is its origin is from the language, that is it means the earth, while the edaphology means the soil. So these are two different things. The earth and the soil, these are different, so these are not the same. So soil is natural habitat for plants and animals as well as animals as well. So it is more important to the plants because plants are rooted in the soil and they get their nourishment, nutrients from the soil. But animals are also indirectly affected, and indirectly they have also importance for the soil. It provides water and nutrients to the living organism. So remember, we are not talking only here about the plants, that it provides water and nutrients and other components for the plants, but it also it provides nutrients, or we can say that it provides life to the living organism. So as we have discussed, that there is a pedology or a edaphology. So these are two different things. So what is the pedology? What are the differences between pedology and edaphology? So pedology involves the when we are discussing about the pedology, it involves the origin, classification and description of the soil. So when we are talking about the origin of the soil, for example, from which parental rock it has been formed, what are the different weathering processes which has been through which this particular soil has undergone, and when we are classifying the soil on the basis, for example, loamy soil, silty soil, clay soil, sandy soil. So these are the classification of the soil. This is the criteria on the basis of their particle size, and there are also other criterion as well on the basis of which the soil has been classified. So when we are discussing about the origin of the soil, when we are classifying the soil on various criterion, and when we are describing the soil in, for example, we are describing horizons of the soil, that these are the A horizon, B, C and Z horizon. So these are this is the description of the soil. So it means that we are concerned with the pedology, while pedologists consider soil as a natural body. So this is the natural body and does not focus primarily on the soil's immediate practical utilization. So remember, in the pedology we are only concerned with the study of soil. We are discussing soil as a sole body, that what is its structure, what are its how we are going to classify it and describe it, and we are not discussing about its function, and its function is different to as far as the different fields are concerned. So in the pedology we are only involved, or we have concerned only with the classification, origin and description of the soil, and we are not talking about its practical utilization. So as far as the practical utilization is concerned, practical utilization is also different for different persons, for different fields. For example, for plants it is different, for the microorganism it is the living place, it is the area where they can get the food. Plants are rooted there, they also live there. The soil is the shelter for those microorganisms or microbes, while for the plants that is the material which give them a nourishment, which give from which they can get their food. And similarly for the farmer, soil is that part where he can sow his plants or fields, and it can be plowed, for example 15 to 18 inch. When we are talking about the geologists who are the physical geography, those who are studying the physical geography, so they will discuss it in other way. So as far as the edaphology is concerned, it is the study of soil from the standpoint of higher plants. So as far as the botany is concerned, we are concerned with this part of the soil, that is, it is a study as far as the higher plants are concerned, those plants which are rooted in the soil, and they have a major share, the soil has a major share in the life of plants. So edaphology is concerned mainly with the growth of the higher plants, and it considers various properties of the soil as they relate to plant production. So in the pedology you have seen that we are discussing only about the origin, classification and the description, but in the edaphology we are discussing its practical uses as far as the plants are concerned. So these are two different things. So when the edaphology term is used, so it means we are talking about in terms of plant, in regards of plants, that how they are getting their nutrients. But when we are discussing about the pedology, so it means that there is the origin, classification and the description of the soil. So these are, so as far as these two things are concerned, these are two different terminologies. In the books they are written alternatively, that the pedology and the edaphology, these are the two similar things, but they are different, and there is their sibling, or we can say that the relative of these two branches, that is the soil sciences. The soil sciences is the complete and thorough study. There we are studying the chemical nature of the soil, what are the horizons, the structure of the soil, the layering, and all the processes in the soil which are carrying out by the soil, either they are in the terms of plants or animals or microbes, fauna, flora, and all the other processes for which the soil is responsible. So we are discussing about all those processes. So the edaphology is practical, so this is not the practical, but the edaphology is the practical, and having the production of food and fiber as an ultimate goal. So here we are concerned only with the practical point of view of the soil. So what type of soil is giving better yield for the plant, that is better for the plant growth. So we are discussing the practical point of view as far as the higher plants are concerned, but here we are concerned only with the structure